This kid's fire.
What's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother?
Yes, people, welcome back to a morning stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. Smash the likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Little morning chat about yesterday. I just watched it back on Match of the Day, actually, and it was nice. They were glazing us a little bit, to be honest with you. It was nice to see. It was nice to see, and it was much improved, man. And I know people are doing this whole, like, oh, it's only Wolves. Shut up, you're being over the top and all this kind of shit. But it's like, I watched Manchester City last season, every game. I know that like that was a dramatic improvement. If anyone's watching that City performance yesterday and not seeing improvements, then obviously I don't know what you're doing. And like, yeah, it was only Wolves, but you can only beat who's in front of you. And that performance was probably one of our best performances in the last 12 months. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, yeah, that performance yesterday was not probably top 5 performances in the last 12 months. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, yeah, it's only Wolves. Yeah, we probably like want to keep ourselves grounded. And I do think next week is the big one. Yeah, I think next week against Spurs for me is probably the game where we realise where we're at. You know what I mean? If we're getting beat off Spurs again next week, we're probably thinking maybe some improvements, but maybe not enough. I think if we go and get a result against Spurs next week and play well, I think people can start to think, you know what? Last year, forget it. It's a completely new year. So it's an interesting one, man. You know what I mean? But yesterday I thought was decent, mate. I can't lie. I thought we played quite well. After the first 20 minutes, I thought we were a little bit slow. But it's the first game of the season. Like, I watched the Aston Villa Newcastle game and they played like the first 20 minutes for the whole 90 minutes. At least we managed to click out of it. You know what I mean? After that first 20 minutes, I think we realised that we needed to up the intensity a little bit. Tijani Reijnders, that for me yesterday from Tijani Reijnders was very, very, very special. And I'm not even talking about the goals, the assists or anything. I'm talking about the way he switched. Because, right, and I know this sounds negative, but it's actually a positive. That first 20 minutes, right, I thought he was quite bad. I thought he couldn't get the pace of the game. And after about 20, 25 minutes, bang. He just clicked into gear. I feel like in his head yesterday, he went, after 20 minutes, right, this isn't the Serie A anymore. I need to up my intensity. He upped his intensity, and then it all just clicked into gear, as smooth as you like, and he was absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? And when you've got players like that, exceptional. And then I watched the goal back again, the Haaland goal, the second one where Reijnders cuts it back. Like, did we even speak about the link-up play between Reijnders and Ryan Cherky in that, by the way? Because that was fucking phenomenal. I didn't even realise yesterday. I was too gassed during the game to even speak about it. I just watched it back then. The link-up play between Reijnders and Cherky in the build-up to that goal is fantastic as well, man. So, yeah, for me, listen, I think that team yesterday just had everything that the last year was lacking. Yeah, he had energy, pace about it, skill, talent, quality. Yeah, and that's why I said last year it was the players, man. I always felt it was the players. As soon as we get better players, we'll be a better team. And look, lo and behold, you put Reijnders in there, Serie A midfielder of the year, and look what we're saying. Do you know what I mean? Rico Lewis yesterday, I've been spot on about him the whole time. Yeah, luxury player. When things are going well, he's a great asset to the team. Look at us yesterday, play well. He had a great game. Do you know what I mean? So it's like one of them things, man. For me, it's like there's still improvements to be made. And I think defensively, like, we're probably going to have to look at that a little bit. But, yeah, that's where I'm at. Agree, LB, that's what you get with a 27-year-old. He's fully developed, no more projects, says Robert. Again, let's have a look at the Manchester City squad, Rob, because I know you're in the streams quite a lot, mate. I see your name all the time. How many times, if we have a look at the squad last year, and again, if we all agree that sort of 26 to 29, is your sort of prime years, how many players did we have in that bracket last year? I think it was one, Rodri, and he was injured. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not ideal, really, is it? You know what I mean? And now, you've just added Reijnders in there. You know what I mean? Midfielder Serie A of the year. If Ruben Dias gets back to his best, that's fantastic. You still got Rodri in there as well. Nunes should be a part of the squad. Marmoush is now 26. Haaland's 25. Foden's now 25. So all of a sudden, we're now getting quite a lot more players into that bracket of prime years, which we didn't have last year. Do you know what I mean? That's it for me. It's like, I just think for me, the signing, it was always the players. And this is why when people last year was cooking Pep, saying Pep's fucking lost the plot. Like, I did think Pep got a lot of stuff wrong last year. I'm not just sitting here saying he did nothing wrong. I do. I think it was his worst year in professional management. But I've always believed it was the players. I always believed the players were a reason why we were not performing, because I didn't think they were good enough. Soon as you get a couple of new players in there, like we did in January, we got Marmoush in, Huzanov, and then you go and get Cherky, Reijnders, and Aït-Nouri, the team will start playing well. And lo and behold, we play a game and we look mint. It's early days. Let's see what happens, man. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's early days. I think there's reasons to be positive, in my opinion. Stones was fire yesterday. Stones is mega. Stones is mega, mate. Like, he's just such a fucking phenomenal player. He really, really is. Been seeing a lot of people worried about the defense, but I think we're better off with the injuries this year. We get a solid, consistent back line. Will be good. Yeah. Listen, the defense is a bit of a worry, but at the same time, this is how the team is going to be set up. We've just got to get over it and deal with it. We are not going back to the treble year of playing 4 centre-backs. Yeah. Now, for our heart, that would be great, because then you don't have to worry about defending, because basically you have no shots on target, hardly ever, because your defence just locks it up. It's a different era. We've moved on. Yeah. We're not going back to that treble year defence of 4 centre-backs. Yeah, that too many teams play too defensive football in this league, and you need attacking fullbacks. You need defenders, right back and a left back, that can help attacks. And that's what you've got with Rico, Nunes. They do it in different ways, and then Aït-Nouri on the left. Yeah, so we are going to get cooked defensively a couple of times, and we will probably concede goals. We'll probably concede quite a few goals. And you know what? There might be a couple of games where we concede 3. But at the end of the day, this is how the team has been set up now. This is the tactics, yeah? We need to try and blow teams away, because too many teams are playing mad defensive football. It doesn't help when you've got 4 centre-backs on the pitch, yeah? Again, go back to last season. Go back to last season, mate. Yeah, look at what happened when Nico O'Reilly come into left back. Yeah, it's like bombing down that wing. I know Gavadio was doing a good job, but Nico O'Reilly, mate, he was crossing the ball in and that, giving us options. That's what you need. That's what you need. Why should we concede the same as last year? I don't think we will concede as many as last year. I think we'll concede less than last year. But we will concede goals. We absolutely will concede goals because of the way the team's set up. But so long as the attack and the midfield are scoring enough goals, then we'll be fine. But you can't have it in a perfect scenario, right? You know what I mean? Like, you play 4 centre-backs, yeah? Cool. You lock the defence off, but then you're taking away from the attack. Then people will start moaning about there's no creativity. Yeah? You go attacking, you start creating goals, creating chances, you score 4 goals, and then people are worried about the defence. I think we just got to accept it. This is Manchester City this season. We are going to be vulnerable at times defensively because we're playing like Nori, we're playing Nunes or Rico, and they're typically more attacking fullbacks. But if we're getting Donnarumma, he's coming in with this sort of like notion that he's this big shot stopper. Right, well, sound then. Let's see what you're doing. Yeah. See what else you guys are saying in the chat, man. Smash these likes up as well on the way. I think it's okay. We can work on that. We forced Wolves out wide where we had to plan for them. They avoided the middle altogether. Yeah, that's a good point. You know what I mean? If you are forcing them out wide, then so long as your centre-backs are clearing the ball away, then you're chilling. Donnarumma going to save. Yeah. Let's see what happens, man. I've seen a couple of people. I've seen Amos just tweet it before. Has yesterday changed your mind about Donnarumma, or do you still think we need Donnarumma? I still think we should sign him. Right? I thought James Trafford played really well yesterday. Right. Let's just start off with the facts. I thought he played really, really well. Yeah, a lot better than I thought he was going to play. However, it's one football match, and factually, the last time this guy was in the Premier League, he ended up getting dropped for Artur Muric because he wasn't good. And I just think that if we don't sign Donnarumma, the transfer window slams shut, and then, you know, he replicates the form of 2 years ago when he was in the Premier League with Burnley, and he's all over the gaff. We're just going to think to ourselves, what on earth are we playing at? Why did we not just sign Donnarumma? Why did we not just sign him? He was there for cheap. Treble winning goalkeeper, experienced, 26 years old. I just think it's a no-brainer. I think it's a no-brainer. I really, really do. City extra bomber or fake news? Oh, there you go. Breaking news, chat. Breaking news. Breaking news, Rico Lewis wants to stay at Manchester City amid interest from Nottingham Forest. Rico Lewis says, for me, I've never, ever seen myself at a different club. I've always wanted to play for Man City. It's my dream club. And like you see today, when I'm playing with the kind of players I'm playing with, it brings out the best in me. Bro, he said it himself. When he's playing with better players, it brings the best out of him, man. There you go. There you go. He's staying. He's not going anywhere. I think for me, yeah, if Pep is going to play him at right back in certain games, I think he'll get loads of time on the pitch. Loads. The only way he's going to struggle for minutes is if Pep goes, you're not a right back anymore. Nunes and Akanji are right backs. You're a midfielder. Then he might struggle a little bit. But if Pep's still going to play, which is, by the way, what Jack Gordon said in his thing, didn't he? He said this. He said it. Yo, Elliot, if you want the link, bro, DM me on Twitter. I'll send you the link. This is what Jack Gordon said. He said the 3 right backs for the season was Akanji, Stones, and Nunes. But obviously, the first game of the season, Rico Lewis starts right back. Honestly, see that Rico played in Bernardo's position. He can play that position. He can do that 100%. Pep started him to send a message. He will get many more minutes now, mate. You watch, says Aaron. Yeah, defo. And like one of the lads last night on the panel show said, I think it was Tarek who said, if you're playing Bobb, you probably don't really want to play Nunes as a right back because Nunes' best right back performances come when he bombs down the wing. But if Bobb's there, he's not going to be bombing down the wing. He's going to go inside. Well, if he's going inside, you might as well play Rico Lewis because Rico Lewis is well better than Nunes at coming inside. Nunes is well better than Rico Lewis going down the outside and getting crosses in by a country mile. But I think Rico Lewis is better going inside. So when you play Bobb, play Rico. And that's actually mega as well because Rico and Oscar Bobb have this insane connection on the football pitch. But when you play Cherky right wing, when you play Foden right wing, yeah, play Nunes, because them two will want to drift inside. That will free up loads of space on the wing. You just get Nunes to bomb down like he did against Everton. Bomb down the wing, overlap, boom, crossing the box, Nico O'Reilly, goal. Yeah, cash money every time. So, and I think I like Rico. I know there's a lot of people that don't. Yeah, and I do get it. I do get it. I'm not like, I do understand it. I think Rico Lewis is one of those players that some people just don't like. But I just think, like, again, I think he's so technically gifted. And I tell you what, lads, yeah, I know he wasn't great last year, but fuck me, every time he got the ball, he always tried to go forward with it. You know what I mean? And when everyone else got the ball, they were sideways and backwards. Rico Lewis actually tried to go forward. So I like him. I don't really want him to leave. I get it if he does want to leave. I understand why he'd want to leave, but by the sounds of it, he ain't going anywhere. Rico Lewis saying he wants to stay at Manchester City. So that's another one for your Pep that's not going anywhere. Yeah, it'll be interested to see who does leave, because Pep Guardiola saying the current squad is unhealthy. Big up Nige. Big up Nige. Says, buzzing for the Saturday fresh test. Let's not get slammed at home again. So, yeah, I know. It's one of them, and it's like, I think the Spurs game will give us a lot more insight as to where this team's at, which is an obvious statement. Yeah, it's not fucking some mad knowledge from me. I'm just saying, like, I do think we'll learn a lot. We'll learn a lot. LB, people were spamming Stainey's comment section on IG, says Walter. LB, have you collected your winnings from yesterday? Of course I did, Des. Went straight down the pub, couple pints. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out, a couple of people have got on it as well, man, last night. Yeah, some people messaged me last night, said, LB, I got on it as well. So there was someone that won 150. Big up to them. Someone won like 70 or something. And then I think someone else won 150 as well. So yeah, big up to anyone else that jumped on that last night. He's done so much at a young age, always shows fight, love to see it. Yeah, bro, people forget this guy's only 20 years old, you know. He's 20. He's still growing. Yeah. He's still growing, man. He's 20 years. He's 20 years old. Yeah. What age does your body stop growing? Your body generally stops growing in height by the late teens to early 20s. So this guy might have another year or two left of growth, mate. Yeah. So this is it for me. But that's that. I think that's irrelevant for me. Yeah, I think that's a bit irrelevant. Like, for me, it's more like I say, I think as he plays more and more, he'll understand. Because the thing is about physicality. Everyone goes on about physicality all the time, but David Silva wasn't like the biggest guy. He was quite strong, actually, David Silva, but he wasn't a tall guy. Yeah, he's probably under 6 foot. When he was like 5'10", something like that, 5'11". I don't know how big he was, right? But he was quite a small guy. But you know what these players do, yeah? They manipulate their body, yeah, to be able to win free kicks and shit and ride. I think we spoke about this before. They can ride challenges. The sort of challenger come in, and instead of getting not always get fouled and go down, they'll use the challenge to, like, boom, see you later. And when Rico learns that as well, yeah, I think, man, I want him to stay. I can't lie. I hope he does stay, man. I really, really does. I'm not saying he's bad. I just see him being bodied in the middle. Nah, because he's lightweight. He's lightweight, but he's only 20 years old, man. He's only 20 years old. Don't have the same attitude for Savio. Come on, bro. I've got the same attitude for Savio. Savio wants to leave. He can't hack it, bro. This guy don't want to be here. He don't want to hack the fight. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to sell it. I'll say it again for the 100th time. I do not want Savio to leave this football club, but he doesn't want to be here because he can't hack the fight. He doesn't want to hack the fight. He's seen Oscar Bobb and Cherky and Foden and thinking, nah, I ain't getting the minutes. Yeah. I don't want him to leave, bro. I've said it since day one. I did the stream saying I don't want him to leave, bro. But he don't want to be here. He don't want to fight for the minutes, bro. What are you going to do? Force him to stay? Savio saw Bob the Builder and decided this was not for him. That's what I'm saying, man. Bro, I told everyone Bob was our best winger. I told everybody, man. I said Bob's our best winger, mate. Clear as well. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah, I'll go one step further. I think he's clear. I'm sorry. I think he's absolutely clear. I think he's fucking mega. Yeah, I really, really do. What's that? Check MCFC. Go on, Flaws. Fight back, bro. Fight back, bro. What's this? Man City Galaxy. Negotiations between Man City and Galatasaray now are advanced stages. Edison is valued at 25 million euros. Bro, aren't we 15 million euros higher than what they bid? Yeah, I don't see how that gets closed. Unless one of the things is wrong. Oh my god. Sometimes Brian, what do you mean? Why do I assume he doesn't want to fight? Do you want me to bring up the evidence? Do you want me to bring up the evidence as to why I assume Savinho doesn't want to fight for minutes? I'll bring up the evidence. Not that we've not done it 500 times already on the channel. Oh my god, why is it so difficult for people to just fucking understand the basic shit, man? Oh my god. Brian, we've gone through this 4, 5, 6 times. Oh my god, what's wrong with people, man? Jesus, big up Bakesh says Doku is bad, worried we bottle Rodrygo and Donnarumma. Well, if Ederson goes, we'll get Donnarumma. If Savio goes, we'll get Rodrygo. Simple as. If Ederson doesn't go, we won't get Donnarumma. If Savio doesn't go, we're not getting Rodrygo. Yeah? And Doku will be sold at the end of this year, in my opinion. I don't think he'll be good enough. This is his last year. If he doesn't work out, he'll go. And he said it himself, so it's not even me saying it. Big up Kieran says, Kevin who? No. I get what you try to do here, yeah? But we don't do this, Kieran. We don't do this, man. Don't be tweeting Kevin who, man. See what else you guys are saying. So did Bernardo want to fight all those years? Bernardo wanted to leave because he didn't like Manchester, bro. Come on, man. Not everything is the same. Bernardo wanted to leave because he didn't want to be in Manchester no more because the fucking weather's shit. And he thought, you know what? Let me go Barcelona, innit, where it's fucking mega. Yeah. Savinho wants to leave because he doesn't want. He thinks his minutes are going to drop, which they are. Come on, Brian, man. You're better than this. Love the competition in the club. Me too. I think it's mega. Better to have competition for places. You need it. You need it. Wolves are relegation contender. You know that, LB. Yeah. Which is why I'm saying, Mohammed, yeah. I'm saying, bro, next week is a big week for me because I think for me, you know, the Spurs game next week will tell me a lot about where we're at. Yeah, if we end up getting cooked again or whatever, then yeah, obviously maybe not as high, but I am positive. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be mad positive because even though it was Wolves and I think they are a bad side, yeah, I watched Manchester City every single game last year, and that yesterday was one of our best performances. Did Doku really say he wasn't good enough? He said in his no, he didn't say he wasn't good enough. He said this is my 3rd season. I have to perform. So he knows it, man. If he doesn't perform this year, he knows it'll be on. Bro, he's got 1 assist to Haaland, bro. This is his last year. He needs to perform, man. And I hope he does. I hope he performs, man. Because if he can get that sort of like, you know, crossing and shooting on lock, yeah, then bang, he'll be cooking on gas. But he said it himself on the. He said it himself on his YouTube channel. We need a good squad to compete on all fronts, says Just Two Brothers. Yeah, of course you do. 100%, man. 100%. Savio to Spurs is done. So, yeah, so someone tagged me in a post today, right? Let's bring up these Rico quotes. He's spoken again. He's got more quotes, chat. He's spoken again, man. It's difficult. Everybody wants assurance and security. But at the end of the day, it's on me to perform, take chances. If I take my chances, I do it. If I don't, then I have to work, get better. There you go. Fucking mentality. W mentality, Rico Lewis. No assurances, and there's no security at a football club like this, yeah? No player should have any guarantees of playing in this team, yeah? Nobody. You should be picked based off of performances. That's it. If you're playing the best, you're in a team. Simple as. Yeah, no one gets assurances. Oh, you can drop 10 stinkers in a row and continue to play. Nah. Yeah? That's it, man. Big up. That's the W mentality. It's on you. Play well, play. Play shit, don't play. It's not rocket science, man. So, there you go. Let's see what happens there. I doubt he's going to leave after that, though. I doubt he's going to leave after saying that. Yeah, come on, man. The Rico quote should be taken with a pinch of salt. Player isn't going to come out and say, yeah, I want to leave. Ederson said his head was at City, then 3 weeks later, looks like he's going Galatasaray. Nah, but bro, come on. Come on, man. You don't say this. You don't say this a day after a bid's coming for you if you go in. You know what I mean? You just don't. You don't. And then you don't say this. If you don't say this, do you? He's going to make himself sound stupid if he's going to leave after saying that. Isn't it? So nah, he's not going anywhere now. You don't say that and leave. Why would you say that and leave? You don't say, oh, you know, if I take my chances, I'll be in the team. If I don't, I won't. And then go, but actually, I'm just going to leave. You don't do that. You don't do that. So he's not going anywhere, man. I think he's definitely staying, man. I reckon he will. Good. We kept the clean sheet, but defense looks like it can get at the right hand side at times. Was wide open. The right hand side. The right hand side for us or the right hand side for them? Because I actually thought it was the Aït-Nouri side that was sort of struggling more than the other side, personally. But I'm not sure that was an Aït-Nouri thing necessarily. I just think that, I don't know, maybe the tactical setup. Was Doku coming back? Don't know. I thought it was the left. Their right-hand side and our left. I thought it was the left-hand side that caused us a few problems yesterday. Come on. Yeah, smash these likes up as well, people, if you've not done so already. Left wing is way too occupied with Marmoush and Rodrygo, so we must sell Doku, says Ultraman. No, I don't think we'll sell Doku. I think we'll keep Doku. I think Rodrygo will be used on the right and maybe on the left and maybe even up front at times. Don't be surprised if we use him up front because the guy's a clean ball striker. And then next season, I reckon Doku will end up getting sold next year. We might bring someone else in or something. But I don't think we can sell Doku and Savinho in the same window. I don't think so. Rico left wing incoming. Doku is a right winger. He'll be moved to the right. I've always said he's better on the right. I've always believed he's better on the right. We bought him as a right winger. That's where he played at Stade Rennes. I think he's better on the right. LB, do you think City's enough? 60 million is enough to consider selling Savio? Yeah, I think 60 million is about fair. But apparently City wants 67, which is, I believe that's actually overpriced. Good for us. We're getting more money out of it. But I think 60 mil is fair. I think if we get 67, which is apparently the rumor, is that they're going to pay 67 million quid. I think if they're going to pay 67 million pound, I think that is, I think we're getting a good deal there. I think we're getting a good deal. He's on the right recently with Belgium too, says Zorai. Rodrygo and Bobb as the wingers. The attack is sorted, says Luke. I did notice Nunes struggling to know where to be in defensive positions. He was narrow and he should be pushing out quite a lot. Just my opinion. I was worried. Well, Nunes isn't a right back, bro, isn't it? So he's not always gonna be in the right positions. He's gonna make mistakes because he's not a right back. You know what I mean? If you want someone that's not gonna make mistakes in terms of positioning, you need to buy an actual right back. You know what I mean? 60 million is the offer we already had, says Nevans. I've seen the future. Rodrygo in the summer. Next summer, Doku is sold or replaced by Elise, says JMC. That would be fucking insane, by the way. Imagine. Stones dummy runs are mega, says Barath. Stones is class, man. Do you think Savinho deal will be completed before Friday? I don't know whether City really care about that stuff, man. Like, does City really care about that stuff? Are they asked? Are they bothered? I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt they're bothered, but Spurs probably do want him for the weekend. But does City that asked? I don't know if City aren't bothered about it. Get on the relentless cherry, bro. Elite drink. Man, I've not had a relentless since like college, bro. You know what I mean? I think Aït-Nouri should be high and wide with Doku coming in a little bit more, says Saif. Will Cousinov get more minutes this season? Well, he come on as the first centre-back sub yesterday, so he's probably above Akanji, and he should be above Akanji, in my opinion. So, yeah, he probably will. He probably will get quite a lot of minutes. Because remember, yeah, Carabao Cup games, John Stones ain't playing. Bro, I'd be serious with you here as well, yeah? I wouldn't even play John Stones in the Champions League group games. You should have enough with Diaz, Gavadio, Huzanov, Akanji, and Ake. Like, why are you playing John Stones in the Champions League group stage, man? I don't even play him in the group stages, John Stones. I just leave it. I just play him Premier League only and then Champions League knockouts. Fuck the Carabao Cup for John Stones. FA Cup when that starts. And the Champions League group stage, don't care. Yeah, we've got Diaz, we've got Gavadio, we've got Cousinov. What's the point in playing him against Sparta Prague, man? What's the point? Just play Dias, play Huzanov, £30 million, 60 million pound. Play Ake, £50 million pound. Play Akanji, 50. Like, there's no point, man. Leave him. No point in getting him injured in a dead game like that. You know what I'm saying? What are we thinking of O'Reilly in midfield? I think he's going to take a little bit of time to sort of like get fully into it, but I'm a big fan of his physicality and physical presence in there. I like O'Reilly, man. We rinsing them one Prem goal, you know, says Hydro. I know it's pretty mad. I think City will put a contract that he can't play that game. I want Rodrygo, man, says Carman. I think as soon as Diaz is out for injury or whatever, that's when Huzanov takes his chances and cements his position, says Nevans. Potentially, however, I know it's only 2 games, right? But the Palmeiro game and yesterday, I actually thought Diaz played quite well. I've been someone that thinks Diaz has dropped off since the treble year. 2 years since, I think he has dropped off. I think he dropped off quite big as well, if I'm being completely honest. However, the last 2 games, I think he's played quite good, man. I do. I think he's been quite impressive. Yes, Paul P, what you're saying? I think Diaz has been quite impressive. So hopefully, because this is what I've said it for time. I need Diaz to get back to his like world-class level, man. His treble year performances. You know, he's only young. He's only 26. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be peaked by now. He should be getting even better. LB, I'm ready to give Stones a pay as you play contract like Sergio got. He's fucking mega. You know what? That's actually, you could potentially look at doing that, couldn't you, next season? If he stays fit relatively this season, just give him a pay as you play contract. Yeah, I didn't see it, Barath. I didn't see that. I was looking at my phone and then I looked up and then they had the ball on the edge of the box. I was like, hang on a minute. How have they just got the ball on the edge of the box, man? Yeah, smash the likes up, people. Diaz will go into it again if we get a good run of games. Yeah, and now he's playing next to Stones as well. You know what I mean? Who gets dropped when Gavardio comes back? For me, I'd probably drop Diaz and play John Stones Gavardio. I'd see what that's like. I see what Gavardio Stones is like, because then you've got some like top tier ball playing ability there, aren't you? So yeah, if it was me, I'd drop you. But like, I'm happy to rotate a little bit. I do want to get a partnership going. I don't know, man. I don't know what you do, man, to be honest with you, because at the same time, I really want to see this Stones Diaz remontada at centre back. So then do you just, you know, do you drop Ait Nouri and play Gavardio left back again? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. LB, who do you think has the higher ceiling, Wirtz or Cherky? Ceiling, Cherky, 100%. I don't think it's in doubt who's got the higher ceiling. But who's the better player right now? Like, in terms of like the respect that you've got to give him, probably Wirtz because of what he done for Bayer Leverkusen. But by the end of the season, Cherky might have that. You know, we'll see. Diaz is needed in the defence when one of two are Gavardio who are better on the ball, but the leader is Ruben. Yeah, I also think the leadership is a bit overdone though, bro. I've said this for a while. But it's good, man. Like, again, like, look at our team compared to last year. It's night and day. It's night and day improvement from last year. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at the defence last year. Yeah. Stones was not available. Yeah. So he's playing Diaz, who was in and out. Akanji was in and out. Yeah. Like, and now you've got fucking Diaz, Stones, Gavardio, like Huzanov. Even Ake's now looking like he's going to be 4th choice, mate. Like, it's mega. Like, the improvement in the squad from January is exceptional. I mean, and then look at our midfield. Look at our midfield yesterday. Look how many physical duels we won yesterday. I go back to that Bournemouth game, yeah? I'm sorry to bring it up again. That Bournemouth game last season, yeah? In fact, let me just fact check this. Yeah? And the reason I'm doing this is because yesterday, yeah, let me just check how many Nico Gonzalez won yesterday. Nico Gonzalez yesterday won 10 ground duels out of 11 yesterday, chat. Yeah, he won 11. 10 out of 11 he won, right? If I go back to the Bournemouth game and we'll have a look at the whole midfield that game. Yeah, where is it? No, that's the FA Cup. Where is it? It was there it is, right? Let me pull it up on screen. So bearing in mind, yesterday alone, Nico Gonzalez won 10 on his own. Yeah, last season, our midfield against Bournemouth won 4, 6. So in that whole game, our midfield won only 6 ground rules in that game. Yesterday, Nico Gonzalez won 10 on his own. 10. And he was mega yesterday as well. Yeah, I don't know why people have been hating on this guy, by the way, saying he's shit. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are doing, man. You know what I mean? Nico Gonzalez is a good player. And he played really well yesterday. Physically, there, on the ball, there, driving forward with it, great. He's a good player, man. He's going to be a big part of this team for years to come, 100%. I'll be mentally recovering. Bro, I am. And I'm even mentally strong enough to go back into the fucking dark web of Manchester City football results from last season and look at stats and shit and compare them to now. Yeah. Because I'm seeing a difference. You know what I mean? LB Nico looks so good. He's improving every time he plays. You know what, right? Said this yesterday, City. Yeah, big up to you, mate. Yeah, I said this yesterday. Out of everyone in this squad, I think he looks like the one that you can clearly see has been coached. I don't think we speak about coaching enough. Actually coaching players. Coach them to be better. Yeah? Everyone just puts it on the player. It needs to be better. How about coach the player? Yeah, I think you can yesterday, you can so clearly see that Pep Guardiola and his team have been coaching Nico Gonzalez. You can clearly see it, man. Like, he was so much better than last season. And I thought last season he was all right. I didn't even think he was bad last season when he come into the team, Nico Gonzalez. I liked him. That's why I was annoyed that he wasn't in the team towards the end of the season. Yeah? But yesterday, man, coached. Look at the way he was moving with the ball. Like, he was in the right positions a lot. And that will only get better. We're only on game week 1. Yeah, imagine 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games of constant coaching, constant feedback. Right, game done. Nico, come here. Right, let's watch the game back. Right, you did this right, but this little bit here, next time, do this. Think about this, blah, 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 blah. Coaching. Yeah, and he seems very receptive to it as well. He seems like a type of person that would be very happy to sit down with Pep and the team and be coached. Because I think he wants to do a little bit, I think he wants to be that top player, man. You know, he's had doubts. You know, he come through Barcelona. They didn't fancy him. You know, no big team came in for him. Ended up at Porto. And now he's got another chance at City. I think he's going to take it with both hands, man. I think he's mint. I like him. I do like him. I do. I think he's good. And I thought he was good last year, which is why I was annoyed he wasn't in the team towards the end. He's a pet wet dream of a midfielder. LB, I still get nightmares from that 4-0 loss to Spurs. Yeah, that was not ideal. Justice for Calvin. Bro, what do you mean justice for Calvin? He's on 150 grand a week for the next 3 years. Fuck off with your justice for Calvin, man. Nico will be the MVP in midfield as Rodri is still injured. Says Kenny. How old is Nico Gonzalez? I think he's 23. I think he's 23. Not 100% sure. I think he's 23. And he watch alongs. Yeah, second channel, Man United, Arsenal on the second channel. See what else you guys are saying. I'm not rattled by Liverpool having Verts, of course. No, I'm not rattled by it. Like, bro, I wanted him and I thought we was getting him, right? But I'm happy that you know, they're happy that they've got him. I'm really happy we've got Turkey. So it's worked out for both parties. And see, it's clashing it. Let's see who's the best one. When he joined City, I predicted he will be part of the Spain World Cup squad. I stand by this prediction, says Olympics. Has he ever played for them? I don't think he has, you know. Let me pull up his numbers. Stats all seasons. Has he ever played for Spain? No, he's never played for Spain. He's never played for Spain. Well, I'm telling you something, yeah? If fucking Mikel Merino can get in that Spanish team, then Nico Gonzalez will walk in that team, mate. Yeah, real talk, man. He's fucking well. How's he not got in the team over Mikel Merino? You off your head, mate. He's miles better than Mikel Merino. Clear. So, yeah, if he plays like that for the rest of the season, 100% he'll be in that squad. 100%. 100%, man. You said we'd be vibing the season, says Sherwin. Yeah, that's it, man. 100%. Nico G, Rodri in the Spain team. Come on. He's better than Merino. He's definitely better than Merino. Yeah, Marino's the best striker, man. Oh, Marino last season, real talk, yeah, as a striker was moving fucking wild. I can't even lie. He was actually class. But as a midfielder, nah. I'm taking Nico Gonzalez over him as a midfielder every day of the week. As a striker, yeah, I'll take Marino. he was decent, man. Oh, it's Edison's birthday today. Happy birthday, Edison. Let's have a look. Read my last message. At Anfield, we need Rodrygo, Reijnders, then Marmoush, Haaland, and whoever on the right so we can win duels. Yeah, I'm happy to do that, Josh. I'm happy to do that. Put some respect on Marino. No, I'll put respect on Marino as a striker. As a midfielder, I think he's bang average, bro. But as a striker, yeah, Marino was moving mad last year. I can't lie. It's Cherky's birthday as well. Ah, no way. A Spain midfielder, Rodri, Nico, and Pedri is disgusting. Yeah, Spain are a joke, aren't they? How do I just keep farming fucking talent is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Who do you reckon should go away? Like, what do you mean? Who do you reckon we should sell? So we have to get rid of a couple of players by the sounds of it, based off what Pep's saying. So Gundogan, I think, should leave. I think Kovacic should leave. I don't think you need him. People try to tell me you need all these players for midfield. There's only 2 positions in that midfield. And we've got Rodri, Nico G, Reijnders, Bernardo, Rico Lewis, and Nico O'Reilly. People try to tell me we need about 20 players in that midfield. I just don't get it at all. And you've still got Foden who can play there. Yeah. So I think I'd get rid of Gundogan and Kovacic if it was me. Defensively, I wouldn't get rid of anyone. I wouldn't get rid of anyone. I wouldn't get rid of anyone because you get rid of a Kanji. So say you get rid of a Kanji, right? Bang, Stones is injured. He's out for the season. You're down to 4. Bang, Ake is injured. You're down to 3. Yeah, I just think it's too much. I think it's too much of a risk. So for me, it would be Gundogan and Kovacic. That's who I'd get rid of. I think Kovacic will leave January window because he's out till October. I think they're saying he's going to be back by the end of the window. I remember as well, Galatasaray, Turkish. When does the Turkey transfer window close? No, that's not the right one. Summer transfer window. I don't know why Google just fucking shit and doesn't say it. Google's so finished. I've been telling you guys for years. Google finished, man. Yeah, I don't know when it ends. 15th of September. So yeah, he might be back by then. That's a month. Yeah, Saudi's open for a month as well, or whatever. So there's plenty of time to get rid of players. But if it was me, I'd get rid of Gundogan and Kovacic. I don't think you need them. I think you've got enough. You've got enough players, yeah, for 2 positions. It's fine. It's fine. But defensively, I'll be concerned about getting. Obviously, Echeverry can be loaned on that. Rico's been chatting again. There's always hunger, but there could be additional hunger now. It's not our Premier League crown to defend. There's something we're chasing, but it's a new season. And everyone's chasing the same thing. We've got new staff, new players. That happens every season. I think the amount of it happens is different, but I think the club's so good at integrating people in and out. It's that seamless. We, as much as we can, forget about last season. It's in the back of our minds, and we could say it's fueling the fire for us. We're so focused this season. Already had the Club World Cup, so we feel much stronger together as a team. We feel like a unit. There we go. There we go, man. Yeah, he's staying. Not going anywhere. Yeah, that's not the words of someone that's leaving. Imagine if he just left now. He'd be like, what? Why are you saying all this stuff and then dipping? Are you fucking leaving? LB, do you think I know who we caught with Kudos? No idea. Honestly, absolutely no idea. LB Reijnders is one of the most complete midfielders to exist, says Dylan. Facts. If we sign Rodrygo, I hope we still see Bobb get more minutes. Otherwise, he won't want to leave. There's plenty of minutes. Again, if you think we're going to play 70 games this season, yeah, That's 6,300 minutes. Rodrygo ain't going to be playing more than 4,200 minutes max. So that's at least 2,000 minutes for Bobb. 2,000 in his breakout year. That's plenty. That's plenty. It's more than Rico's got in 3 years. So again, like you've got to look at the minutes available and spread the minutes out accordingly. Rodrygo's not going to play 6,000 minutes, is he? He's not. He's going to play 4,000 max probably. And Bobb can play left wing. Bobb can play attacking midfield. So Bobb's going to get loads of games. He was phenomenal yesterday, Oscar Bobb, by the way. Phenomenal. I actually think it's going under the radar a little bit because everybody's glazing Reijnders. And I understand why, because Reijnders was superb. But Bobb yesterday, I thought was fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Yeah. The little turn on the halfway line and then the pass to Reijnders for his goal, class. Yeah, the link up for the Haaland second goal, got the ball on the right, played the ball in behind for Reijnders, lovely way to pass, cuts it back, bang, goal. He was just mega. Second half possession could have been better, mate, but got better when Turkey came on, cooled everyone down. Yeah, Pep said that in his. I watched a Pep interview this morning. He did one on NBC. Is it chat? Are the Americans in the chat? I think it's NBC channel or something like that. Yeah, some American TV channel did an interview with Pep Guardiola after the game, and it was like he said, like, what do you think about the game? He said, yeah, second half. He said we needed to have the ball more. Yeah, I tell you what, as well, one concern from yesterday, because there's not many, is conceding another chance straight away after half time, like straight away within a minute. And that was a little bit concerning because that happened a lot last year. How many times that happened last year? Bang, second half starts, goal conceded. It happened so many times. So that's a little bit of a concern. Like, there's not many, to be honest. There's hardly any concerns from yesterday. But that's one concern I probably have is like, how are we going back out in that second half and sleeping straight away? So hopefully the coaches are on that today. If I don't know if the players are in training or whatever today, but hopefully the players get told, right, as soon as you go out in that second half, fucking active, mate, straight away. Because that happened way too many times last year. So yeah, that's only something to point out. But yeah, there's not that many negatives for yesterday. It was good to see Ruben and Bernardo clap the Wolves fan after the game with a Jota song. Yeah, nah, respect, man, 100% respect for that. And yeah, both of them two had good games yesterday as well. Yo, big up to Mansour. Big up, bro. Good to see you. Says, I'm not fully convinced on City performance yesterday. It's true we scored 4 goals and kept a clean sheet, but we didn't have enough shots and attempts. We couldn't hold the ball possession. Thoughts? I think you've got to look at it in the situation. It's the first game of the season. Couple of debuts. Ike Nori, Premier League debut for City. Reijnders, Premier League debut for City. No Rodri. No Foden. Turkey didn't start. You know, there's a lot more to come. I think if you look at it as like, oh, is that going to be our best performance? Yeah, that's probably not a good thing. But if you look at it as that's our first game of the season, and we've still got Rodri to come back in, we've still got Gvardiol to come back in, we've still got Foden to come back in, we've still got Turkey to start, then I think you go, yeah, I'm excited. It's the first game, bro. It's the first game. So that's where I'm at. I'm very encouraged. I'm very, very encouraged by it. But next week will be a big test for sure, Mansour. Next week's a big test. Like, next week's the game where if we can perform well next week against Spurs and get a result, I think people will be like, right, come on, let's go win this fucking Premier League. I think if we drop points or play poorly or whatever, people will probably be like, I don't know. I don't know how much we've improved. But I'm optimistic, man. I hope we can get a W next week, and then that's 6 points out of 6. Yeah. Hopefully then go and beat Brighton. Tough game, obviously, but go and beat Brighton. And then I think it's United, isn't it? Is that what it is, chat? Is it United after Brighton and then Arsenal? Is that what it is? Brighton, United, Arsenal. Is that what it is, chat? Yeah, Brighton, United, Arsenal. But then if you can get through these results, yeah, and get to the end of the Arsenal game in a healthy position, you've got some winnable games. Burnley, Brent. I know Premier League standard fucking caveat. Oh no game's an easy game. I get all that shit, yeah. But obviously at the same time, I'm looking at these and saying these should be winnable games. Burnley should be winning. Brentford, obviously, massively weaker this year because they've lost quite a few players, and Vissa might be gone by then. Everton at home should be a win. And then Villa, fucking hell. Villa. We struggled there last couple of years. And that performance at Villa last year was bad. Yeah, that was the game that I thought the players had packed it in, man. Yeah. So, yeah, let's see how we get on. But so far, I'm encouraged by the signings. I'm encouraged by the performance yesterday. I'd want to see Mamouche starting left wing against Spurs. Mamouche needs to start against Spurs. Doku didn't do enough at all yesterday to warrant having the shirt against Spurs. It needs to be Mamouche, 100%. Villa were awful against Newcastle. They were awful against Newcastle. I can't lie. They were bad. Saeed said the same thing. City didn't even look at their best as citizens. Yeah, we didn't look at our best. Sweet, bro. I don't think Mamouche looks his best on the left. I really want to see Mamouche on the left, but invert properly and then push Aït-Nouri forward as a proper left winger, like an attacking left winger, to see what that's like. What was clear was that Savio thinking he deserves to be starting after seeing Oscar yesterday. He streaks ahead of Savio. He thinks he's better than what he is. Spurs shock. I true blue again. You're always in the streams. How long have I been saying Bobb's our best winger? Yeah, and I've got pelters for it for ages. Pelters. Oh, why are you saying he's our best winger? He ain't better than Savio. He's not better than Doku. He's only played 900 minutes. How are you saying this? I've said it for time. It's my opinion based off of what I've seen. I think Bobb's our best winger, and I think if you don't already agree, I think you'll get to agree soon. I really do. Now, obviously, Rodrygo comes in. Yeah, Rodrygo will be a best winger, right? I'm not going to say Bobb's better than Rodrygo. Yeah, I'm not shameless. But out of the current ones, he is. And his season last year was stolen off him, man. It was stolen off him by the devil, guys. Yeah, when he snapped his leg. That's so sad, man, because that season was meant to be his breakout year. That season was meant to be his breakout year, man. Oh, chat, looking at him. I've just loaded up Twitter, yeah, and there's a video of Bobb just cooking on gas. So good, man. LB, you got Bobb tattooed over your heart, haven't you? Tommy said Aït-Nouri was the worst player on the pitch by a mile. Aït-Nouri was worse than Doku by a mile. That is absolutely stunning. That is a stunning opinion, in my opinion. There's no way that anybody thinks Aït-Nouri was worse than Doku. I'm sorry, that is fucking phenomenal if you think that. What was this one? Erling Haaland has scored 21 goals in 12 matches in August from City Report. Yeah, he gets off to a good start, doesn't he? That is mad. Spurs defense is good. It will be a real test for Man City. It will be a test. It is. Watch along Tuesday for Real Madrid. Why who's playing on Tuesday? Real Madrid v who, bro? V who? I don't like Simon Jordan, but he has a point. Too many players think they're better than what they are. Yeah, a lot of people do, bro. A lot of people do. A lot of people do, man. They're playing Osasuna. Oh. I know he was better than Diaz as well. What is that guy smoking, says Dan. I know he was decent, man. I thought he was pretty. I didn't think he was great going forward, but I don't really think he got involved too much. I thought defensively he was. Yeah, probably Darth is probably right. I think Aït-Nouri defensively looked pretty good. There's no way people are saying that. I can't agree with that at all. LB, you missed bar watch along. He was mega. Didn't he almost score some mad own goal? I seen Danny tweet that he scored some. He almost scored some absolutely incredible own goal. Oh, Rodrygo's just tweeted. Chat. Bom domingo a todos. What the fuck does that mean? Chat, anyway, Spanish in the chat. What does this mean, chat? There's no translate button. Before anyone says, there's a translate button. There's no translate button. Bom domingo a todos. I'm going Man City. Is that what it means? I'm going Man City. It means City, here we go. It means a good Sunday. Oh, good Sunday, everyone. Ah. Right, okay. This guy, man. Come on. Let's see what happens there. Especially his likes up as well. Yeah, what else did I want to speak about, man? Let me get the team lineup again from yesterday. Let me get the team lineup as well yesterday. LB got his hopes up. Let's have a look. All right, that Arsenal United game later is going to be class, man. I can't wait to watch that. Right, what's going on here? Let me have a look at the team lineup, see what else I wanted to speak about this morning. Reijnders, yeah. Bernardo Silva. I think we need to glaze Bernardo Silva a bit as well, chat, to be honest with you. Yeah, big up Rafa, actually. Yeah, big up to you, bro. I think we should probably glaze him because last year he got a lot of stick. He got a lot of shit. And I think, you know, at times deserve it because his performances last year were bad. I really just did like watching him play last year, just sideways, backwards, all that kind of shit. But I thought he played well yesterday. I thought that was one of his best games in a City shirt, probably for over a year. Keeps things ticking over. Did actually create a few chances as well. Got involved in a couple of the attacks. Almost got an assist for Haaland. That cross is a little bit lower. Haaland can head that in. Haaland stretching. Watched it again this morning, and yeah, he couldn't have scored that. The ball was just a little bit too high. Look, he still doesn't get in my first 11, my best 11, but you know, as a player that can come in and out, absolutely fine. And I just, you know, if he can get those performance levels up, then he's going to be one hell of a captain for us. One hell of a captain, man. So yeah, he played well. He played well yesterday. I can't lie. Fucking hell, Mitch. Bloody hell, lad. Relax. Yep, again, Bernardo's so good doing the things that are unnoticed. He's a warrior class on the ball. So smart and leads by example, says Josh. Facts. Bernardo, you need to hype him. He'll defo play. Bernardo's only good at distributing the ball. Captaincy is suited him, but he needs to get off set pieces, though. Says, act shit. Well, when Marmoush is on the pitch, Marmoush should be our set piece taker. 100%. Bernardo had some good games at the end of last season that were better than yesterday. Do you reckon, Mark? I think people were glazing some of his performances at the end of last season, man. I'll be real. People was like, oh, he played well. I just think like he was just not shit. You know what I mean? Whereas yesterday, I actually thought he was good. I thought he was good yesterday. I'm rooting for United today. Leo, you're disgusting. I have to demod you for saying that, mate. I'm about to demod you. You know what you're talking about? You want United to win. You disgust me. I want fucking Arsenal to win, mate. Fuck United, man. What's wrong with you guys, man? You saying you want United to win? Get out of here, man. Yeah, fuck Arsenal. Yeah, but fuck United even more. Big fan of that O'Reilly came on for Bernardo rather than Gundo at 65. Good sign for the season, said Ed. Yeah, again, you have to prioritise your future. Yeah, you can't prioritise your past, 35-year-old. You got to prioritise your future. So absolutely. Absolutely, man. Big up Obed says, please, Pep, please never play Doku and Haaland together. Yeah, I agree. LB, who's your right back? Depends on the game. If you're playing Bobb, Rico. If you're playing Foden or Cherky, Nunes. They're glazing Reijnders on Radio 5 at the moment. Yeah, he's so good, man. He's so good. But LB, if you get rid of Cover and Gundo, how are you going to have depth if Reijnders gets injured? We're cooked. No, we're not cooked. We're not cooked at all, are you up, yeah? You're not cooked, right? So, yeah, I'll show you this now. Reijnders gets injured. Yeah. Rodri. So, Rodri's there. Rico. Nico. Bernardo's still there. The other Nico. I just don't think you need them, man. I really just don't. Remember, yeah? Reijnders is playing in a more advanced position, yeah? So, the two midfielders is Bernardo Silva and Gonzalez are the deeper ones. I just don't think you need Kovacic and Gundogan. I don't think you need all those players. Midfielders, you've got Rodri, Nico Gonzalez, Bernardo Silva, Reijnders, Nico O'Reilly, Rico Lewis. You've still got Foden who can play in midfield, and you've got Cherky that can play in midfield. Just do not think at all you need Kovacic and Gundogan. I just don't think you need them. I just don't think you do. Yeah. And you need to get rid of players. So who else you get? So you don't want to get rid of those players. Who do you want to get rid of then? Because Pep's just called the team unhealthy. He's literally come out yesterday and said, the team is unhealthy, the squad size is unhealthy, I need to get rid of players. So if you don't want to get rid of Kovacic and Gundogan because you think we need those players, then who are you getting rid of? Because you can't get rid of a winger and not replace them. So that's out of the equation. We have one left back at the football club. That's out of the equation. We have no right backs at the football club. So that's out of the equation. And then what? You want to sell a Kanji? All right, sounds good until fucking Stones and Ake get injured, and then you're fucked. You're cooked. So for me, if you got to prioritise an area of the pitch that you can get rid of without compromising squad depth, it's the midfield. It's the midfield. You get rid of Akanji and you'll think everything's fine. And as soon as Stones gets injured, and as soon as Ake gets injured, you'll be wounded. You'll be wounded. You'll be like, shit, we should have kept Akanji. And Akanji can do a job at emergency right back as well. And emergency left back. Yeah. Now, personally, I don't really want Akanji to be playing. I think he dropped off. I think he should be 5th, 6th choice centre back and 3rd choice right back or whatever. But I don't think you should be selling him. I think he should definitely be part of the squad. I think he should be moved on at the end of the season, bring in Juma Bar or Rita Hayes or something. Is Akanji happy on the bench? He'll be happy on the bench, Leo. He's 29. He ain't going to a big club now. He's if he left City, he'd get a downgrade, man. So he'd be chilling. He'd be chilling. Like the subs yesterday, maybe Pep plans to have Akanji as a squad player. Yeah, probably. Between Gundogan and Kovacic, one should be sold, says Mohit. Flaws, are you a troll? Are you a troll? Is this guy a troll, chat? Is he trolling? I think he might be trolling, bro. Chat, is he trolling? Is he trolling? I think he might be trolling me. Try to wind me up. I'm not even going to answer the question. I'm not even going to answer that. Bro's rage baiting. No, I'm being serious, mate. Not many other teams have 6 centre-backs. Are you actually being serious? If you're being serious, I'll answer the question. But I feel like you're just trying to fucking wind me up, bro. So, if you're being serious, I'll answer the question, right? 6 of our centre-backs. We have 6 centre-backs at this football club, right? One of them is called John Stones. I don't know if you know about John Stones, right? But last season, he played less minutes than Jack Grealish, yeah? Which is not a good thing, yeah? He is notoriously known for not playing football, yeah, unfortunately. Nathan Ake is also not particularly strong at staying fit. That's 2 out of the 6. So if you get rid of Akanji, you've now got 5. John Stones and Ake, so if I could put a bet on this, I would. At some point this season, they will both be injured at the same time. 100%. Yeah? 6 is a lot. 6 is a lot. I agree. In a normal situation, I would not be advocating for having 6 centre-backs at the football club. Yeah? The point is 2 of them are called John Stones and Nathan Ake. And they'll both be injured at some point. And when they are, you guys will be hoping and you'll be guys wishing that you would have kept Manuel Akanji. You will. So I agree, 6 is a lot, but it needs to be a lot when you've got John Stones and Ake. Yeah, and this as well. They'll be covering fullback. Nori gets injured, then you're fucked even more. Because Stones Ake get injured, yeah? What happens if Nori then gets injured? Gavardio's got to go to left back. I'm telling you, man, you're making a mistake. You're making a huge, huge, huge mistake if you're getting rid of Akanji over Kovacic or Gundogan. A huge mistake. Because what? Bernardo Silva gets injured. You've got Rodri. You've got Nico Gonzalez. You've got Reijnders. You've got Nico. You've got Rico. You're chilling. But, your defence, man, his defence is sus. Please give me John Stones 25 games. All I ask for, says Herbal. What about Nunes and Rico, Nico, O'Reilly, LB, and Nori LB, says Ayub. I don't want to go back to Simpson Pusey. Well, you can't. He's at Celtic. That's not going to happen. So we only have 3 proper centre-backs. In terms of ones that you can rely on to stay fit and give you a proper season, Gvardiol, Diaz, and probably Huzanov. Yeah. Akanji's actually pretty decent. I just think last year, because he kept on playing injured and shit, he just kept on getting injured. But he actually has a decent injury record. But obviously, you know, he should be more of a rotator, in my opinion. LB, do you think Messi has a career at City? I hope so. Peter Hayes will be here next season, probably one of Ake Akanji goals, says Dan Trollius. Bro, even ESPN was glazing the performance. Steve Nichols basically agreed with everything Nadem said. Yeah, no way. Akanji has that big body presence. I think he was afraid to play a little bit last year because of his injuries. Maybe he'll be braver this year, says Starshine. I'd like Gundogan to stay. Add continuity to the squad, says Osmodius. What happens when Aitdori goes to AFCON? Nico O'Reilly or Gavadio? Simple. Probably I go Gavadio and stick Stones Dias at centre half or Ake or something. But yeah, you got plenty of options there. You got plenty of options. Yeah, that's another point though. When Aitdori goes to AFCON, that's one defender gone. Yeah, and if one or two of your centre backs are injured, again, you're going to be praying that you would have kept Manuel Akanji. Do I have complete faith in Nico O'Reilly? I would say I have complete faith in him because he's still fairly new, but I'm very optimistic that he's got a big future at City. He's a very talented player. Yeah, flaws. No, I probably agree with you in terms of what's better for the club, like in terms of a more guaranteed player. But Stones didn't want to leave. He said that himself. He said, "I'm not going." He shut it down. So he had to get rid of someone. And Vita Hayes has gone on loan. Hey, they best start starting him as well. Why was Vita Hayes on the bench for Girona the other day, by the way? Yeah, quit that straight away, mate. Get him in the team. Yeah, he conceded 3 goals before he come on. Don't want to be seeing Girona starting 11s without Vita Hayes in the 11. Otherwise, cancel the loan, get him back and loan it to someone else. Yeah, quit that straight away. Don't be playing those stupid games now. You used to say Cousinov and Gavadio should start. Bro, I've changed my mind a lot, man. I can't lie. You know what I mean? On the centre-backs. Because the thing is, but the reason I changed my mind on the centre-backs is because fundamentally, I like them. I like Gavadio. I like Stones. I like Huzanov. I like Dias. I like all of them. It depends on what I'm looking at, you know. Part of me's wants to play Stones and Gavadio for this maximum ball playing ability. Part of me wants to play Gavadio and Dias because that's what was quite strong towards the end of the season last year. Part of me wants to play Dias and Stones and try and get that treble winning centre-back partnership going. And part of me wants to play fucking Huzanov because I think he's just a warrior. So, yeah, I changed my mind a lot on them because I like them all. And if Diaz gets back to the good levels, and I'm quietly optimistic he will, he'll be up in my order as well. Who's just tweeted? What's he saying? Yep, he's spot on. He's absolutely spot on, chat. He's absolutely bang on, chat. If you know anything about how teams and especially Real Madrid manipulate the media, yeah, and manipulate fans to get their narrative out there, Oos is absolutely spot on with this. So Justin, Rodrygo arrived to training today at 9:42 a.m. The time set by Xavi Alonso for the players who are not injured is 9:30 a.m. So it's 12 minutes late. Oos has then quote tweeted that, but they want him gone. They're going to start putting these stories out more and more frequently. It's a shame that he's unserious and keeps begging it. What? It's a shame that he's unserious and keeps begging it. I don't know what he's talking about there. What's he on about there? But that is true. That is true. They're now starting the propaganda machine. Yeah, facts. Look at the Bale thing. Look at Bale. Look at what they did to Bale. Yeah. They want him gone. He keeps sucking off Real Madrid. I don't know what that means. I don't really understand that last bit. He's begging to stay. Yeah, Bale was fucking class, man. I think Bale was the best British player I've ever seen. If I'm talking British players, yeah, Great British players. I think Gareth Bale's the best British player I've ever seen. I think he's better than Rooney. I'll be serious. And bro, the guy's Welsh. I'm not Welsh. I'd rather it be Rooney. Yeah. But Bale, for me, I think Bale was just fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, nah, flaws. I'm only kidding, bro. It's good to have challenges, bro. Now, keep them coming, innit? No, he was class, man. He was class. Beckham. I think Bale, man. I think Bale, for me, is better than Beckham. I'll be real. I think he's better than Beckham, man. He can score free kicks like Beckham. He can cross a ball like Beckham, but he probably scored way more goals than Beckham. He's faster than Beckham. He could take more players on quicker than Beckham. Like, Beckham was a good player, but Bale, for me, like, bro, I always say, man, like, look at that goal he scored against fucking Barcelona Copa del Rey final, man, where he absolutely cooked Mark Bartra, bro. That goal, mate, for me, is just, like, exceptional. Inter Milan for Spurs, yeah, Maicon, guy ended his career. Legitimately. Like, people say that all the time, like, career ended. No. Maicon's career died that day when he played against Bale. There you go. You know what I mean? He's just mega. He was just such a good player, man. He scored a couple of goals against City. He scored a cracker against City at the Etihad, like 30 yards. So good, man. You would call Mbappe pace merchant if he scored that. Crazy. LB, bro, that's the last line. Is what Madrid wants the fans to believe. Brace says Sanko. Exactly, man. Exactly. Where does Foden fit into the starting 11 when everyone's fit? Right wing, attacking midfielder. The thing is that it's like we can pick our strongest 11, but then Pep's not going to play the same 11 every game. He'll rotate it for every match, so he'll play loads of games. And if Foden gets back to his PFA Player of the Year levels, he'll play. He'll play a lot of matches because he's mint. The Cherky give and goal is becoming iconic. It is. It is. Honestly, go watch the second Haaland goal again, chat, and rewind it in the midfield when Reijnders and Cherky do a little link up. It's so good, man. The link up between Reijnders and Cherky is insane. Bale's a monster. Yeah, facts. Bro, Rodrygo is worth 100 mil, but after this, City shouldn't be paying that amount because Madrid doesn't want him, says the game. Yeah, again, to be honest with you, I put nothing past Viana at the moment. The way that Viana's been negotiating some of these transfers is just ridiculous. So, wouldn't surprise me if he got in for like 80 million or something. It really wouldn't. The guy's doing a fantastic job, in my humble opinion. Reijnders and Bobb not Cherky. Nah, it was Cherky, man. Nah, it was Cherky. I swear it was. Oh, Cherky wasn't on the pitch for that. Wait, was it Bobb then? No, it was Cherky. It was fucking Cherky. One sec, let me watch the goals back. Maybe I'm talking about different goals. Man City Wolves. Let me watch the goals back. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Which goal was I talking about then? Which goal was I talking about? Maybe it was the Cherky goal. Man, I'm struggling here. Which goal was it this morning that I saw? It was mega. I don't know. I don't know which goal it was, but it was a mega goal. And anyway, Cherky and Reijnders done some mad link-up play in the midfield. It was class, but I can't remember which goal it was. Was it last goal? Yeah. First. Fair dues. Right, guys, I'm going to dip. I'm going to go gym and then we'll come back and then we'll get on the United versus Arsenal watch-along, man. So make sure you guys come back to that. It's going to be class. Can't wait for it. Make sure you guys smash up all the likes. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'll get the stream scheduled now. Second channel, more LB, links in description. Arsenal v Man United, going to be a massive game. Let's get on it. More LB. Be live at about 4 o'clock. Game kicks off at 4:30. Nah, I'm not watching Chelsea. I'm going to go gym, get a session. I'll come back and get this watch-along on the go. But yeah, big up to you. Smash the likes. And I'll catch you in a bit. Peace out.